Feeling good?
People are going to fucking hate me.
No, they're not. They'll be nice. Anyone watching, be nice to this guy. He's not given me any shit so far.
I won't.
No,
I will not.
No. Alright, we'll start. Hey guys, welcome to the round 14 review. Just finished up at Marvel Stadium. Saints playing the Brisbane Lions in a big game. Hanbury returning, Carlisle back. A lot of expectation on this game for me anyway. We win, we go to 7-6 level with Brisbane and chance for finals. We lose and, finals probably out of the question. But it wasn't a matter of, just losing by 5 points. We lost by, I think it was 56 points in the end.
56, I think, yeah.
Down by 20 at halftime. Not too bad the first half for us against you guys.
It was even.
The first 10 minutes was a joke. You had two goals for, I think, in the first 8 minutes. We were 16 points down like that. Couldn't get it out of our 50, and I think that was a lot to do with bringing Big O back in and a lot of contested marks, a lot of repeat entries for Brisbane, and it was just like a matter of when the damn wall was going to break. For me anyway, I was sitting in my seat and I was like, oh, we're 5 points down, we're not doing too bad, but I just always felt that at some point you'd get the better of us, and it seemed like...
I was nervous. I was very nervous that we'd blown our chance and that you were transitioning the ball easier out of the back and more cleaner. And
there were passages where we did cut through, but there were also passages where we did that, and you'd see someone like Seb Ross, not to pick on him only, but the dumb kick into the 50, and then it turns over again and goes back the other way. And how many goals, to be honest, how many goals in that first half did we give you think? There's got to be at least 3 there.
Easily. Yeah,
that it was a direct mistake, and you just out the back handball or kick and walk into an open goal.
Yeah.
Was it easier than what you thought it was going to be? Obviously, it would have been. You didn't expect to win by this much.
Third quarter was completely...
Crazy. Was that the best football you played all year?
I think so. I reckon it probably was. The first half was very competitive. I thought
we handled
the Saints
Zorko
don't go away
well.
Yeah, he had 8 touches to half time. Then he got away in the second half. Yeah. I don't know if the matchup changed.
Yeah. That seems to be a common thing with us, is that we seem to be doing a lot right, but then something changes and no one knows why, or a matchup changes when it's going well. And it seemed like that again at half time. I thought, we went in at only 20 down. I think it should have been less.
Yep.
But then after that, it should have been more that you won by. To be fair, 56 looks flattering. It should have been 100.
We stopped.
Yeah.
Both teams kind of stopped in the last quarter. I mean, the Saints did well to pull some goals back. They didn't give up.
I don't think these guys are going to accept that. You're not going to accept that we pulled 2 goals back. Whoopie-doo. We lost by 56 and not 70.
Yeah.
The point is, we were out of the game within 6 minutes of that third quarter.
Yeah.
It was 20 points and it blew to 44, but before the 10-minute mark. The game's done.
Yeah.
And I commented, and, like, young families were leaving and people were leaving, and it wasn't even close to three-quarter time.
No.
It's shocking.
It was bad.
Yeah. And, I mean, let's go through some of these players before I go into the comments, but... In terms of positives for me, I don't want to get all caught up on all the negatives, but positives, obviously the big one being Hanbury returning.
Yep.
He had 25 or 26 possessions.
27, I think, yeah.
27 possessions.
Second most on the ground.
Second most on the ground behind
Ross.
Seb Ross. Behind Seb Ross, the acting captain, who I think was close to worst on ground, believe it or not. When was the last time... you thought the highest possession getter in a game was the worst player?
Doesn't happen a lot.
No.
He did shank a lot.
You agree that he wasn't very good?
He wasn't very good. He was bad. He was bad.
You want him to have the ball, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, some of those entries, some of the shots at goal, just general field kicking.
Whereas then you see someone like Hanbury.
Hanbury was good.
Who got it and he was clean.
He was clean. He looked nimble.
He looked like he's played most of the year.
Yeah.
To be fair, he did.
No strapping on his shoulders.
No, nothing. He looked like a new player. Like
he looked good.
He's ready to restart his career again, which is great. Carlisle didn't do too much. He didn't have to. But he was thrown into... When you think about his position, he started forward. Didn't do a lot there. And then they put him back when the goals were starting to come. It didn't really stop, did it?
Could have been a problem with matchups. He should have gone... I don't know why I didn't go into McInerney when he was forward, because he's got the height.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't know.
All right, those are the positives. I'm going to give the players that I want to see dropped, and I know they're not going to be dropped. Jack Nunes.
Yep.
He had how many possessions? You said he had about 6.
8.
He had 8 possessions.
8 possessions?
Jack Nunes, 8 possessions.
1 tackle.
1 tackle. Sorry, one more positive. Nick Hind. 3 goals, over 10 possessions. He looked classy, I thought.
Yeah.
He was
good.
One of our best new players.
He was clean. He went for goal. He knew when to go for goal. He didn't panic.
Yeah.
And he hit his targets.
Come to think of it, I think Jack Nunes is the one problem I have, along with Seb Ross in this game.
Actually, I'm being unfair. I think he did have more tackles.
I think a lot of people are going to hate on Dan McKenzie because of his probably match-winning performance for Brisbane. When you think of how bad he was.
Charlie Cameron
Charlie
did
Cameron
well.
was in a very rare mood where those are the sort of games, and Milne had them, and a lot of other small forwards. Lacroix did it against Essendon. It's literally like no matter who you put on him, he will find a way. Yep. And some of those goals, no other defender in our team's going to stop them.
Yeah, McKenzie didn't keep his feet well.
He didn't keep his feet well, but do you know what I mean?
He
was in that mood.
He dropped his head a bit.
And I think Brisbane in that third quarter were just generally in that mood where everything was working. You're kicking goals from boundaries. You were marking them everywhere. Balls that would bounce our way were then bouncing your way. Everything was working. And that was the match-winning quarter. Yeah. That's the premiership quarter. 9 goals.
9 goals. Yep.
Yeah.
Before that, you guys were winning the centre clearances.
Nowhere. Yeah.
Marshall was having a good game. After that, Neil got a lot of clearances. I think not having a second ruckman.
Yeah, I thought Marshall battled well early, and then he just got tired out. Just worked him.
Yeah.
Over the ball, and that just he couldn't run out the game. Basically.
He couldn't run out the game. Yeah.
Bruce was a bit better.
Bruce was alright.
Tim Membry was.
Dropped a few marks that he shouldn't have.
Lately, he's been taking good marks. He's had sticky hands, but it hasn't been working for him in this game. Dunstan, I think, looked like he was tagging Neil, or he was trying to just run with him.
Yeah.
I thought he did well for a half.
He didn't do too bad.
Fell away. Jack Nunes on the other wing. Jack Billings did okay.
He did well, yeah.
Finished with 20-odd possessions, I believe. Or Gresh,
a bit more than that, yeah.
Gresh finished with over 25 possessions as well.
24
possessions, which is, when you think about, did you notice him that much?
Not really, no.
Yeah. There were a lot of just...
He didn't have his magic moments that he normally does.
But that's why I've always said I don't see him as a mid. I don't see Jade Gresham as a mid. I see him as a forward.
He can rotate through the mid, but
I wouldn't put it... He was dedicated there all day.
Yeah.
I never saw him deep forward.
Sort of the opposite of Billings.
Yeah.
He used to play up forward a lot. And
Billings is made for the wing at the moment. Not made for inside just yet.
Yeah.
I think Gresham's made for... I think he's worse. I mean, people are going to say he's had a better year than last year just because he's getting a lot more of the ball. But I'm thinking more output and dangerous. Is he hurting the team more?
He's got serious talent.
The opposition
serious
more?
talent.
But he's not hurting the opposition.
Yeah, you want to have the greatest impact.
I'd rather him have 10 possessions up forward and kick 4 goals than have 30 and kick 1.
Yeah.
Basically is what I'm thinking.
That's, you pick your matchups where you're going to have the competitive advantage over your opposition, and Gresham up forward.
Yeah, you want to hurt them. That's where you know you're confident.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go through some of these comments before we finish this up. Let's scroll all the way to the top because there's actually an absolute shit ton. All right, let's just start with the thing that's going to be talked about during the week and a lot of Saints fans, and I've already mentioned it tonight. Richo.
Yep. Is
this the final straw? Remember, the general excuse all year has been he's playing the best team he can, and they're not. We're missing Hanbury, missing Carlo, missing Paddy McCallum, missing Dylan Robertson, Geary, Webster, Jack Stephen. It's a long list, and they're all good. They're all starting. Most of them are starting 18.
Yep.
He gets Hanbury and he gets Carlo back. You're playing at home. Talked up as a big game to make finals, and you lose by 10 goals to a team that you haven't lost to in Melbourne for over 14 years.
Yep.
But you're 6 and 7. I think that's the thing that's going to save him so far. But you look at who he's beaten.
Yeah.
Gold Coast twice, a bad Melbourne, a bad Hawthorn, a bad Essendon.
You've beaten the teams that you'd want to beat,
and Carlton,
but haven't beaten anyone sort of significantly ahead.
Yeah.
The players like him. He seems like a nice guy.
Is he going to beat St Kilda in the next 3 weeks?
I don't know. He's not going to be...
Remember, we play Richmond next week, and then we play Geelong in Geelong.
You got North Melbourne, don't you?
Maybe
After
North
Richmond?
Melbourne and then Geelong and Geelong.
Yeah. I reckon
if you lose all of them,
Richmond and North are kind of winnable, and if you don't turn up for those, then...
And then you get absolutely ripped in Geelong.
Yeah, I mean, Geelong's that sort of catalyst to just
Could that be
cut
the
the
end?
cord. Yeah.
That'd be the end?
That could be.
And Brett Ratton?
I think so, because he's got his trigger clause as winning a final.
Well, he's got to make finals first.
He's not going to make finals, perhaps, and he's probably not going to win a final.
Unless you get lucky and play a bad team.
You never know.
You're not going to play a bad team in finals.
If they decide that they're not going to reach that trigger, you might as well give someone else a crack for the last month or so.
Yeah. All right. I'm sure most of the guys here will be saying Richo has to go anyway. That's kind of the general gist of it. Woeful. Sharon says, woeful, no man up, out-coached, outclassed. Go the Lions, says Benjamin Horn. Is he your mate?
I don't know this Benjamin
He's put the little lion emoji
Horn
there.
character, but
no? Be like
good on him.
Yep. Clearly more fans for Murray here than myself. Ross needs a spell. Is there any chance that Seb Ross ever gets dropped?
I don't think he's
not droppable, is he?
No, he's not playing below what he's capable of.
And Jack Newnes...
Really, he's getting himself in there. It's
Jack Newnes has played
disposal.
123 consecutive matches. The only way he gets dropped is if he gets injured, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd give him
On
a rest.
8
He's not getting touches.
8 possessions? And he's playing pretty much mid.
Yeah.
He's playing wing.
And the
You
pressure
could've got more than
acts, that kind of thing.
Not enough
there.
tackles, not enough ball, not enough class. He needs to go back. Bring in Ben Patton. Ben Patton looks better than Jack Newnes already. Cooper's actually done the changes already. In Brown, Brandon White, Patton, Steele, and Webster, last two if fit. Out Hunter Clark, I don't think so, because he had 18 possessions. I thought he was okay. Marsh, McKenzie, Parker, and Dunstan. McKenzie and Parker survive if Steele and Webster aren't fit. What are your thoughts?
I'd drop Parker. I think he needs a rest.
I think Parker needs a rest. He's played every game this year.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
I don't know what McKenzie's done outside of this. I wouldn't want to drop him just for one, because his confidence looks shot.
You need to back him one more week.
Yeah, I'd want to do that, maybe. Yeah. I don't think Marsh was too bad.
No, I thought he was good.
Yeah.
I thought he did well. He was one of our better defenders, I thought. The whole coaching staff needs a spell. Bullshit, fucking hate him. No, only kidding, all good. I think they're talking about you. So heartbreaking. Yeah, guys, it wasn't the best display at Saints TV. Please do address the positives. Nick Hine bags 3. I thought Nick Hine was awesome.
He was good, yeah.
He just shows that he's a natural footballer. When the ball is in front of him and the goals are there,
he's quick.
You're kind of confident that
he's got evasive skill.
Yeah, he's quick. That left foot goal was...
That was good, yeah.
That was brilliant, wasn't it? For a guy that's only playing his second game. Great confidence booster for the draft. Hanbury, 27 touches on debut, was excellent. Full credit to the Lions. They were awesome. Missed Steele tonight, big time.
Definitely.
Did I hear Dan Hanbury for the Brownlow? Let's not get into that. Emily says Hind, Bruce and Billings played a pretty good game, but for the rest of the team, I'm so disappointed. Outplayed, outcoached, and no mongrel in the team. We should have lost by 200. We were out after the first 15 minutes. Jason says same mistakes every week. Something's got to give. Coach will be sacked on Monday, says Ross. Seb Ross. Cancel the review. Absolute trash. Nothing good about the game, really. Don't come in on Monday. I love to see Hannahs and Carlisle, but they can't carry the whole team. Surely time is up. How are we still butchering our forward entries? No changes to our style or game plan. Shocking. Did you notice any change when the floodgates opened on our end? It seemed like we just... You know what I mean? Like, there was no resistance.
Yeah, it was just an effort thing, but we were getting it out of the middle really easy. I don't know if that's...
But I didn't see any changes to the middle players. Put someone else in there.
Yeah, there wasn't...
Put Marsh in there. Put a bigger body in. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They kept the same 3 in there, the ruck, the whole time. And then I agree with what Joycey was saying when we kicked a goal and then they put Bruce in the ruck immediately after, and then you kicked... I think Hipwood took a mark after that. Missed the goal, but... You want to play your best ruck right after you kick a goal, just to keep the momentum going.
Definitely.
And those are the little dumb decisions that we seem to make.
Yeah, I agree
and
with
it
that.
just costs you momentum, which shifts the whole game. What is your honest view on whether Richo should be kept?
I think he should go.
I think he should go too.
I don't think he's a bad guy.
I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't want to lose the chance to get a Brett Ratton. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have him have talks with other clubs and then he gets the job there. We need to give him that confidence that you will get the full-time job, because that's what he wants.
Yeah.
He's not doing assistant for life. He wants to be full-time coach again.
I've heard people say that he wants it.
Yeah.
More what I know, but if he does,
give it to him.
He's going to take that chance soon.
Would you rather keep Richo for another 6 weeks and risk the chance of losing Brett Rutten, or would you give gig to Rutten and let him see if he can do something with 6 weeks in 2019 before pushing hard in 2020? Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
It is, yeah.
That was worse than the China game. Battle needs to be dropped. That's a shocking one. I thought he was okay. Very poor third quarter, as bad as we've played in a long time. Jack Nunes needs to be dropped. We had so many poor players, but we can't drop 7 players next week. We need to make necessary changes, but 70 points from turnovers is unacceptable. 70 points.
Jesus Christ.
That's more than what I was telling you.
It was. That's pretty bad.
That's more than the margin.
Yeah.
That's bad. That. I don't think that's... Is that a record?
I've
never seen
no idea.
That. That's a big score.
That is a big score, yeah.
This guy over here is enjoying it. Dunstan was non-existent. We gave up a crucial goal to set them up to kick 6 unanswered goals. Richo, masterstroke dropping Brown. The positive is you, Saints TV, showing your face after such a poor performance. Great work. And obviously Murray. Does everyone want Murray to be a weekly feature on Saints TV? Please like the video and tell me, and we'll get him on board.
Yes.
If I'm in sad moods, I'm just going to let you run the show.
Just run it, yeah.
I'll take a nap or something. Very well balanced review, gents. Well done. Your mate is being very respectful. Thank you. He's a good guy. Gresh hasn't been the same player since going in the midfield. I think we've already talked about that. Armitage. That's one that we haven't talked on. What did you think of him? The Luke Hodge of St Kilda.
I didn't notice him heaps, but...
He did. He tried.
He's got a mature body, and he goes in hard, and he's tough.
He's not there to get 30 and be the match winner, is he? He's there to just kind of keep things organised.
He probably doesn't have the physical capability to get to the ball and rack it up. But it's just whether he's better than who else you've got running around in the VFL that can come back in.
One that we haven't spoken about, but I saw a comment on him, Jack Sinclair. He was quiet.
He was, yeah. I didn't notice him. I rate him too.
Everyone rates him, even outside the club, and sometimes that surprises me. I don't know if it surprises the viewers here, but I think he's a really good player. I think he has a lot of good outside capability. He's clean with the ball. He's a good runner. He can run all day. He's good on both sides. But again, he epitomizes what is most of our team. Do you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have that X factor. Yeah. He tries hard, but he's not quite A grade.
Yep.
He's probably B.
Yeah.
Lucky to be B at the moment.
You got a lot of those players. You're a very flat
Yeah.
team, which, like not last year, the year before, you're competitive and that sort of tackling pressure.
That wore teams down.
Yeah, got you wins.
Yeah. Whereas now,
I don't know what's changed.
Yeah. Pressure's dropped off in the last month. Hind, Hannahs, Marshall, Carlisle thought were valiant in their roles. They did their job, but that just wasn't enough with the rest of the team off their game. Don't know what excuse we have for today because we had the home ground advantage and we're not sick or food poisoned. That's a good call. I'm a Richo liker, but if this was my business, which football is, I would have to now part ways. I'm amazed they chose Ross to be acting captain. He is hardly an inspiration, and it brings the whole team down when the captain can't hit a target. We talked about that.
We were talking about that, yeah.
We were talking about this on the way to the car, and basically saying that having someone like Seb Ross as your acting captain, someone that can't hit a target, an easy target, that must wear the team down. You know, compared to what we're used to back in the day where we had the likes of Nick Rewalt, who was captain, but then behind him we had the Lenny Hayes, we had the Lee Montagnas, the Del Santos, the Goddards. We had the leaders. That if Rewalt wasn't leading that day, there was 6 others behind him doing the job.
Yep. You don't have to have footy skill to have leadership skill.
You don't.
But
you have to have passion.
But someone's got to show someone,
and
the younger players, something to follow.
And how many players did we see finger pointing when you got a run on? Not one. Not one was like, do that, or fucking man up, or there was no passion. They were just happy to let the goals roll through and then pick up their pay slip and go home. There wasn't any care.
Yeah, and people laugh at Goddard when he cracks it.
But
at
I love
Essendon,
it.
But
I was like, I'll take him.
Yeah.
I was saying to Murray again on the way to the car, I would have taken Goddard just for that leadership.
Yeah.
Play him 50% game time.
Yeah.
But just for the fact that on the bench he'll be keeping everyone in check. He'll be that coach on field.
Do you pick up a older player for a couple of years?
I've heard talks that when Jared Roughhead inevitably retires from Hawthorn, where they kick him out or whatever, that we might be looking at him as like an assistant role. He wouldn't be playing, but I think someone like him who's fresh out of the game, who's had that much success, he's a clear-born leader. He's worked under Clarko his whole career, so you can't
Yep.
you're not going to get more knowledge from someone else.
Yep.
Clarko's the one.
I mean,
I wouldn't mind that. I don't know if we'd get another older player. We're not in that.
You're much better than what we were when we picked up Hodge. So,
Yeah.
I mean, can you give up one of your 22 to someone who's half cooked?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, that idea's thrown out the window. Jesus. Let's go through a couple more and then might close it up. Got to go grab some dinner. Kicking and general skills totally missing. So disappointing. Armo is far too slow now. Didn't we have the bye this week? New kicking coach, Mr. Magoo. What exactly is Billy Slater's role at the club? Fitness coach. I think he's fitness coach, but I also think he's a tackling coach. And I thought the first month of the year, we saw a clear difference in how aggressive we were and how we were tackling. A lot of our tackles were, even the way we were doing it seemed different and more effective, and you couldn't break out of them as much. It seems like the first 4 weeks we've just moved away from what we were doing. We were switching the ball. We were aggressive in the switch, which was something most teams couldn't handle. It opened up the whole ground. Now, we're just kind of deciding on the day what we're going to do. There's no plan. So that's why I'm worried about Richo and what structures he has when we're training during the week. What's the goal, you know?
Yeah, if your game plan is all intensity based, then it's hard
You're not going to win the top
hold
games.
up.
You're not going to get to the top of the ladder with just pressure. I reckon we might leave it there, guys. I'll leave it with Emily. I watched it on TV, and at one stage, Hanbury pointed to Ross, who to handball to, and it resulted in a goal. So even something as simple as Hanbury just saying, do that, gave us a goal.
That's true. Like, we haven't considered the on-field experience that he brings.
Hanbury?
Yes.
I think that the more he plays, the more he'll grow into that role. Obviously, today, I think he was very much focused on don't re-injure himself, and he did more than I think we could have asked for.
He was
27.
Really good. He was very good. I don't think you could.
No,
he
was
hoped for a better game from him.
He was one of our best. Was he our best?
Probably. And his body looked right.
His body looked right. He looked far. He moved quick.
He moved well. Yeah.
Yeah, he's great field kicking. It's a shame he didn't kick that goal, because that was in the pocket where he missed it.
Oh, yep.
Because that would have blown the roof off, because we were close at that point, and him kicking a goal that early would have been amazing, but not to be. We'll leave it there, guys. Keep the comments coming. Thanks for watching. It was Brisbane by 56. Percentage booster. I don't know where that puts us on the ladder now, but it's, pretty far from the 8. We've got Richmond next week. Do you think we can win that?
I still think you can.
Richmond and North, I think.
I think those two are winnable.
Then we're going to Geelong, 8 and 7. Chance of finals.
Someone's got to beat them eventually, right?
Yeah, and it'll be us. Anyway, guys, or Port tonight, maybe.
True.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. See you soon.